everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today I have Empire magazine with the 100 greatest movies, and what I thought I would do is I would just go through it with you all and discuss which ones I have seen, which ones I haven't seen, and then maybe in the comments below, if you wanted to, you can let me know how many of the 100 you've seen, and you could always write a list of the ones that you haven't, because that's what I'll be doing today. This was like a special cover one. I've obviously got the Darth Vader one, but there was the Godfather, Lord of the Rings, Darth Vader, Pulp Fiction and Indiana Jones. There was 5 covers. So I actually started filming this video already, and then the camera angle wasn't working. It didn't work. So let's hope it works now. I don't knock you guys over. So here's the start of the page. Empire Greatest Movies 100, and the first movie is The Godfather. Now, I feel like everybody has seen The Godfather, and it's one of those classic films everyone's seen. I have not seen The Godfather, so I'm just going to put a little, I've got a pen, so when I haven't seen one, I'm going to put a little thing next to it. I didn't put it on this one last time, but there are some. You'll see a little thing. I don't know why I haven't seen this film. I really can't explain it. I couldn't give a proper reason as to why I haven't watched it. Something else like, oh, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of interested in it. Everybody likes it. Everyone's seen it. I have no real reason to not have watched The Godfather. I own it. I own the sequel, The Godfather 2. There's a whole kind of bit on The Godfather. And I haven't seen it. So, yeah. Now this is the rest here. So there's only kind of one main feature and then kind of got the others. Okay. So at number 2, we have Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. I have seen this, of course. I've seen all the Star Wars films. And I really like 4, 5, 6... and I actually really like 7 as well, The Force Awakens, but I'm not the biggest fan of 1, 2 and 3, but I haven't watched those for years and years and years, the prequels, so maybe I like them better if I re-watched them, but this one, obviously, fantastic. Number 3, we have The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is my favourite Batman film, maybe, probably, yes, my favourite Christopher Nolan film. Christopher Nolan is really fantastic. I think it's just a really great, dark, and it was Heath Ledger's Joker that made the film, I think. I thought that is what makes the film for me and many people. His Joker was so fantastic and it just completely blew me away, and it's just such a great film. And I feel like with the Batman vs Superman film, even though I haven't seen it, so I can't say, and you guys might say no, you're completely wrong, but for me, I feel like when I look at the film, obviously we've got Batman in it, it seems like it's going to be a bit more cheesy, whereas these I felt like were kind of more dark and gritty, and that's what I really liked about Christopher Nolan's Batman films. Anyway, so that would be in my top 10 as well, I'd say. At number 4, we have The Shawshank Redemption. Of course, I have seen this film. It's a classic. It's fantastic. I feel like, again, everybody's seen this one. Everybody agrees. I've never heard anyone say, oh, I didn't like The Shawshank Redemption. I feel like everyone does. It's a great film. At number 5, we have Pulp Fiction. Now, you guys all know I recently watched Pulp Fiction for the first time, and it's a very publicly acclaimed film, and probably critically as well. Everybody really likes Pulp Fiction, and everyone says, you know, oh, Pulp Fiction's one of my favourite films, Pulp Fiction's fantastic. So I went into it, I think, with maybe too high or too certain way expectations, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I thought it was going to be like one of the best films I've ever seen, and it was going to completely blow my mind, and I just it didn't do that. However, since having watched it, I do think about it a lot. I do quite think about Pulp Fiction quite a bit, and I would like to watch it again. I watched it, I said, I won't watch that again. Now, time's passed, I've kind of kept thinking about it. I probably would watch it again, and it has some really brilliant scenes that just can't leave my mind, and the songs, and there's just a lot of good things about it. I really didn't give it credit for that when I reviewed the film, and I think sometimes with certain films it takes a while for things to set in, and for you to fully appreciate them and enjoy them and things. I thought that's one with Pulp Fiction for me. Okay, next we have Goodfellas, and you'll see I've got a little smudge next to it because I haven't seen Goodfellas. So, yes, I haven't seen this one. Again, don't know why. We've got Robert De Niro. It's kind of like a gangster film, from what I know. I think it's pretty long. I don't know if this is one I would rush round to. I'd definitely watch The Godfather sooner than this. Okay, then down here we have number 7, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Of course, I have seen this one. I grew up with the Indiana Jones films. I love them. They're fantastic. Okay, I was actually just talking about this one. Number 8, Jaws. Jaws, I feel like, is a real classic. and I have not seen Jaws. And I don't know why. I really want to see it. I don't know why I haven't seen it. I've seen actually the making of documentary for Jaws. I've seen how they made the film, how they did the mechanical shark. I've seen it's quite a long documentary on it, but I haven't seen the film, and I don't know why I never watched it. I don't know if I thought it would maybe freak me out, or I don't know what I thought, but I will be watching this very soon. I've had a sudden need lately. I really want to watch Jaws, and I still haven't done it, and I really need to, because I think it's going to be fantastic, and everyone says it is, and yeah, I just feel like I've really been missing out for years. I haven't seen Jaws. And then we have Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Of course, again, a classic Star Wars. I think we can all... I think most people like Star Wars. I don't know many people who don't anyway. So I feel like everyone can agree with Star Wars. This one, again, most people love it. Everybody can agree with this one. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. This one I have recently seen. Yay! I saw this year as well, a couple of months ago. And it's quite interesting because I've really watched some classics lately that people consider to be classics. Anyway, I watched my first Lord of the Rings film, which was obviously this one. I watched Pulp Fiction, which everyone loves. And I watched my first James Bond film in the past couple of months. And actually all of them were down to the video thing I do. I love that film. All of them were thanks to that. So all of them were thanks to Josh making me watch these classic films. So yes, I really did enjoy this one, so I need to watch the rest. Okay, now we have these here. Now if you can't see them too well, I'm going to be putting pictures up anyway. So yeah, we have Back to the Future, which of course I have seen. I think everyone has seen Back to the Future. I haven't seen all of them though. I don't know which of the other two, there's obviously 3, I don't know which of the other one I have seen or which I haven't, so I need to figure that out. The Godfather Part 2, obviously I have not seen because I haven't seen The Godfather, so I'm interested actually because that's number 12 as well, so it's pretty good for a sequel to be, you know, obviously sequels a lot of the time, especially nowadays though, I suppose that's the thing, because obviously Star Wars, we have Episode 5, number 2, Episode 4, and I feel like that's fine. I think maybe in the past sequels they tried to do better for the second, but I feel like lately sequels just don't try to achieve more than the first, whereas maybe they used to, because The Godfather Part 2 is number 12, and with The Godfather, the first one being number 1, they're kind of close. Next we have Blade Runner, which I have not seen. And I will be watching soon because 1, my mum's always really wanted me to watch Blade Runner. 2, Josh has read the book for Blade Runner and has been wanting to watch the film. And 3, the new Blade Runner comes out soonish. So I really should see Blade Runner. Next one we have is Alien. I have seen Alien. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was fantastic. I have not, however, seen Aliens. And I don't know why, because I really enjoyed Alien. And apparently Alien and Aliens are the only 2 to watch. I've also seen Prometheus, which I wasn't really a big fan of. I just kind of thought, I wasn't really a big fan of that. But Alien I did really like, but Prometheus I just couldn't get into. But I do want to watch Aliens, so yes. Then we have The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, which is the 3rd Lord of the Rings, yes. And I obviously haven't seen that one because I've only seen the first one. And so I need to get to them. I really do, because I really did like the first one. And I love the Hobbit films, so I don't know why I didn't watch the Lord of the Rings ones. We have Fight Club, which of course I've seen. I love Fight Club. I feel like it's a film that I watched a bunch kind of in my earlier teenage years and really just enjoyed, along with another one of the films actually that's on this list. But yeah, Fight Club is great. The next one we've got is Inception. Oh, Inception is fantastic. I love Inception. Maybe I'd put that in one of my top 10 favourite films, but I feel like I don't talk about Inception much. I haven't seen Inception for years, maybe 6 years. When did it come out? Let's have a look. 2010. Okay, no, that's a lie then. Maybe I haven't seen Inception in 4 years, because obviously it's only been out for 7 years, so if I haven't seen it in, 4 years. But I saw it a bunch when it came out. I loved it. I saw it in the cinema. I thought it was fantastic. Leonardo DiCaprio just has done some really brilliant films, and Inception I love. It's not my favourite, because another one of his films, is it on this list? Probably not, is my favourite, because I love it. But Inception is fantastic. I want to rewatch it shortly, because I love it. I feel like it would be in my top 10 films. So yes, Inception, I love. The next one we have here is Jurassic Park. Again, I can completely agree with this one. I feel like it's a classic. I love Jurassic Park. yeah, I think it's great. I can't wait for Jurassic World 2, even though Jurassic World is no a patch on Jurassic Park. I like these to keep going. I don't know, I just really like the themes of them, and I enjoyed Jurassic Park 2. Again, nowhere near Jurassic Park itself, but still, it was enjoyable enough. But Jurassic Park is definitely a classic. Die Hard, I haven't seen. I don't know why. I think I'm going to watch it around at Christmas. I think that's when I'll watch Die Hard. I think that was what I'll do. So yeah, Die Hard, I need to watch it. I don't know why I haven't. I own Die Hard 1, 2, 3, 4, and I haven't watched them. I don't know what it is. I feel like sometimes I'm really put off by watching these kind of really classic, people love films, because I've heard so much about them. I just don't, I don't know what it is. I don't get around to them, and then I feel like I won't enjoy them as much. But had I not seen it, Fight Club and Jurassic Park, for example, if somebody said to me, if like somebody else I met hadn't seen Fight Club and Jurassic Park, I was like, oh my gosh, you have to see those films, they're fantastic. And, you know, they might be like, oh, you know, I'll get round to them. I'd really want them to watch it. So I've obviously, there's some in here that I feel like I really should watch, because other people would be like, you must see them, as I would with some of these others. 2001, A Space Odyssey, I have not seen, but I do have, I'm pretty sure. So I will get around to that. I really don't know too much about 2001, A Space Odyssey, to be honest. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I just really don't know much what it's about, obviously, bar a real space theme. I feel like I don't know much about it. The next one we have here is Apocalypse Now. I looked at this the other day. I've got it on DVD. I nearly unhauled it, but now I'm not sure. And I don't know. I don't know if it's the type of film that I will want to check out. I really don't know. So that was the one that I'm a bit hesitant about whether or not I want to see that. But I would like to go through and watch all of these 100 films. So, you know, maybe I'll keep hold of that one, and I feel like I should watch it, really, and it might surprise me. Obviously, The Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, I have not seen. It's the second one, so that's the one that I need to watch next. I feel like I'm not actually doing too well on what I have seen to what I haven't, but I feel like there's a lot of classic films I haven't seen, and I really need to get around to them, so this list will help me a lot as well. Okay, the next one I feel like is another one that people I know are like, oh, have you seen that film? And I'm like, oh, yeah, but I haven't. And if they really ask me, I'd be like, no, I haven't. But I feel like I should have seen it. I feel like everyone's seen it. But sometimes, like, even if Josh asks me, oh, have you seen that film? And sometimes I say, well, he knows now, but, like, initially I'd say, oh, yeah. Because otherwise I'd know if I hadn't, he'd be like, oh, we'll watch it now. And I don't want to watch it right then. So I'm like, oh, I've seen it. But yeah, The Matrix. I haven't seen it. I have not seen The Matrix. And I feel like the reason is because when did this come out? Matrix, 1999. I feel like maybe it's a movie of its time. I feel like maybe it's dated, maybe it hasn't, you guys can let me know. Maybe it hasn't dated, maybe it's still fantastic. But I feel like everyone around the time was like, oh, The Matrix, and the cool slow-mo, and I've seen some of the shots that were in The Matrix. I know it's got a sci-fi theme, and I don't know, I was just never too keen to jump onto The Matrix, and obviously there's a few of them, and yeah, I will get around to it. I say this always, I guess, I'll get around to it eventually, but I feel like it's a movie that I do want to see because everyone's seen it, and then I can have an input, like with Pulp Fiction now. I feel like I can say things about it, I can get the quotes, I can get the one-liners, I can understand where the song came from, like, oh yeah, that's a song from Pulp Fiction where they do that dance, and, things like that, and I don't know. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, I have not seen. I don't have a reason. I've not seen any of the Terminator films, just to clue you in there. I've not seen any of them, and I'm not a really big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, to be honest. I don't know why. A lot of people like him. I'm not a big fan. I tried watching Kindergarten Cop, and I really wasn't a big fan. And I also tried watching Kindergarten Cop 2, and that was really awful. But no, Kindergarten Cop is a film that I feel like is kind of cheesy. I feel like people actually really like it because of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I don't know. But Terminator 2, Judgment Day, haven't seen. Heat, I haven't seen. Now, Heat is one I do really want to see, actually. I own it. I really want to see it. And again, I guess... Oh, look what I found The Godfather. I'm sitting here at the table in my movie room, and I can see The Godfather. So there we go, I found it. Anyway, back to Heat, sorry. It's a shame I didn't just find Heat as I was talking about it. That would have been interesting. But yeah, I feel like if I could... After I've done this, I'll probably put together my own, like, top 5 of ones that I need to watch soon. Because there is a lot that I like. Yes, I really do want to watch that. But yeah, Heat I haven't seen. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly I haven't seen. I don't know if that's one that I'd want to see. I'm not sure. Again, you guys can let me know if you think I must see it. You can let me know. I don't know what it is. It's kind of embarrassing, all these classics I haven't seen, and I don't have a real reason for why. But, you know, I haven't seen that one. The next one I feel like people will be disappointed with, and I can see this film as well. Casablanca. I haven't seen it. I can see it to the right of me. I can see it exactly where it is on the shelf, and it's one of that's what I think of as a real classic film. Everyone's heard of Casablanca. Everybody knows a few lines and bits of Casablanca, and I feel like that's a film I definitely do really want to watch, Casablanca, because I think I will enjoy it, or I hope I will really enjoy it. And yeah, so I do want to watch that, but I haven't watched that one. There's a lot of kind of older films around the 30s, 40s, 50s that I haven't seen, just because when I was younger I wasn't really into watching films that far back. You know, I'd watch maybe 70s, 80s, obviously 90s, and so on, but I didn't go far enough back, so there's a lot of like kind of older classics that I missed out on. Anyway, the next one is The Big Lebowski. I haven't seen this one either, and I'll tell you why. I always kind of thought it looked cheesy and just like a weird film. I never really thought much of it. I never really thought, oh, that's obviously a classic film to see. I just kind of thought, oh, it's, you know, it's a film. I was never really much into it, but is it Jeff Bridges who's in it? Who's the main guy? I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to visual the poster, but it'll be here for you guys. You'll be seeing it. Yeah, the main guy. I think the cast looks very interesting, and it's 29 on this list, so I feel like that's one that would be in my top 5 to watch very soon. Big Lebowski. 7 I have seen. That was the one. Fight Club and 7 were the ones I used to watch a whole bunch in my teenage years. I'd watch them over and over again. I think 7 is fantastic. I really, really would recommend that film. I know that Josh hasn't seen 7. I was like, oh, you must see 7. I think I probably prefer Fight Club. I mean, I don't know why I'm, you know, trying to what's it the two, but I feel like I prefer Fight Club, but 7 is very good. Next we have Taxi Driver. I haven't seen Taxi Driver, and I really want to, but I bought this at the airport, and I went through the list with Josh, and he said, oh, and this made me laugh so much, because I know what Taxi Driver is, I know what it's about, I've got it, I really want to watch it for a while, and I said, oh, Taxi Driver, and he said, oh yeah, the one with Whoopi Goldberg. He's thinking that film Taxi. I was like, no, that's definitely not it. That's nowhere near what the film is. So I thought that was really funny. I said, right, okay, we have to watch Taxi Driver soon now, just so that you can, because he said it before in the past. I said, oh, maybe we'll watch Taxi Driver. I put that because I always keep wanting. He says, oh, no, that's that one. I'm like, that is not the one. That's not the film. That's not what it is. So I think that's funny. Next we have The Usual Suspects. I haven't seen it. I actually don't know too much about it. However, as it seems to go on, I do own it, so I can get around to that one. Schindler's List, I have seen. I actually watched this in school when studying, the Holocaust and World War II. I own a nice edition of it, and I really think it's a fantastic film, really appreciate it as a film, but it's not one that I could watch a bunch, just because it's just, it's kind of a depressing, dark film in a way. Well, we all know what Schindler's List is about. I feel like everyone's seen Schindler's List or heard of Schindler's List or knows the ness of Schindler's List. So yeah, I've seen that one. Guardians of the Galaxy, I have seen, of course. I love it. It's fantastic. I thought it was really surprising that this and a few others were on this list, but it is voted for by the people, so I can see why. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, I love it. Can't wait to watch the second one. The Shining, I have seen. Really, really, really love The Shining. I think it's fantastic. I could watch it a whole bunch. I think that Stephen King's movie adaptations kind of, in the 80s were, and maybe 90s. When did Misery come out? Was it the 90s or was it the 80s? Were very good, but I feel like lately maybe they haven't. Oh, I think maybe they're a bit hit and miss. There's a few that I love. I love Misery probably more than The Shining. I can't be sure. I couldn't pick. I really couldn't. The Shining though is fantastic, and of course the ending and everything about it, and I do love The Shining. The next one we have here is The Departed, which I haven't seen. I don't know why. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in, and I'm sure it's directed by someone who I really like their films, and I can't think who it is right now, and it's going to kill me, and it's going to be over here, and as soon as I see the front cover picture up there, I'll be like, aha. But yes, I'm more of a visual person. If I see the box, I feel like I can think things better. But yeah, The Departed, I haven't seen it, but it's on my shelves that are kind of coming up close-ish to my one shelf at a time thing, so I know I'll be watching it pretty soon. Then we have The Thing, the 1982 The Thing, which I have not seen. And I don't think I own The Thing either. I own the remake, and I haven't seen that one either, actually. But yeah, The Thing, I'm sure a lot of you guys will know about that one. Then we have Mad Max Fury Road, the 2015 film. I have seen this. I've seen Mad Max 2 and Mad Max Fury Road. I haven't seen 1 or 3. So yeah, that's my kind of thing on Mad Max. Okay, the next one is Saving Private Ryan. Now, I always would say I have seen this film, because I feel like I have seen the film, but I watched Schindler's List in school, and I watched Good Morning Vietnam in school, and I watched, let me think, there was a bunch of films I watched in school, and I guess maybe the teacher was like, oh, here's a film. I could list a whole bunch, I can't think of more off the top of my head, but, you know, if you name a film, like, oh yeah, I watched that in school. Saving Private Ryan was one of them films that I watched in school, but I don't think we saw the whole thing, or, it's been so long, it was a long time ago that I was in school, I maybe just don't remember it all, and I feel like I have seen it, I remember watching it, but I almost feel like it doesn't count. I really need to rewatch it, because I feel like I didn't properly watch it, so I obviously won't put a little thing, but I feel like this one I just didn't watch. Maybe I wasn't even paying attention, it's in class, maybe one day I just wasn't in the mood for the film. I don't know what happened. I also remember we watched Romeo and Juliet, Leonardo DiCaprio on in a different class. All these other ones that I named were in history class, we watched one in English class. I don't know, I once watched WALL-E in science, so I really don't know what was going on. But anyway, Saving Private Ryan, I have actually seen it, but 12 Angry Men, I have not seen, and I don't feel like I know much about it. I feel like I've heard of it, and when the cover comes up, I'll probably recognise it, but I feel like I don't know too much about it. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I have seen, and I find it very interesting. It's on this list. It's number 41. I feel like I need to rewatch it. I've seen it once years ago, maybe 6 years ago, let's say, and I enjoyed it, and it's a very good film, but I feel like I need to watch it again to really get the impact of that one. We have There Will Be Blood, which I haven't seen. I feel like I don't know what this is. I feel like when I see the picture, I might know, but I feel like right now, I'm not sure that I know what this film is. So yeah, there's that one. Then we have One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I haven't seen. That's got Jack Nicholson, and he is fantastic. So I really need to see that one. That's definitely one, again, that I really want to watch and really need to see. I think I'll probably write my 5 up here at the end. Okay, then we have Gladiator, which I have seen. I saw this only like last year or so. But yeah, I've seen that one. Then we have Drive, which I've seen, and I really, really loved Drive. I thought it was really fantastic. It just really surprised me with the first time when I watched it. We've got Citizen Kane, which I haven't seen. I don't know if I'd ever watch Citizen Kane, and I can't be sure why. I can't give you a real answer. I think it's just one of those films it has I don't know. Is it very, very long? I heard it's very, very long, but maybe it was 1941, so even if it was maybe 3 hours and some, maybe it was long for then and not as much now, because now films seem to be so long as well. There's a lot of 3+ hour films with people don't consider them to be too long. We have Interstellar here, which I have seen, and I've seen it twice, and I really do enjoy Interstellar, but I feel like the second time when I watched it, it didn't blow me away as much as the first time, so it did go down a little bit in my mind. Silence of the Lambs, I love Silence of the Lambs, I think it's fantastic. Really, really enjoyed that one. We have Trainspotting, which I actually didn't enjoy. I talked about this recently because Trainspotting 2 came out. I didn't enjoy Trainspotting. I recently unhauled it. I don't know. I just didn't. It wasn't a film for me. I just didn't enjoy it. Then we have Lawrence of Arabia. I haven't seen. I feel like I don't really know what this one is either. I'm not sure. Okay, then we have It's a Wonderful Life. I'm going to say I haven't seen it. I've seen little bits on at Christmas times and stuff. I know the story of It's a Wonderful Life, but I haven't sat down and watched it, and I feel like I will one time. I do want to sit down and watch It's a Wonderful Life. Next one we have is Once Upon a Time in the West, which I haven't seen, and I feel like I don't quite know what that one is either. So, there's that one. Then we have Psycho, obviously Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. I have seen that one. Then we have Vertigo, which I haven't seen. Haven't seen Vertigo. And yeah, it's just one of the list of ones that I need to see. I really do like Hitchcock's films, so I'll check out Vertigo at some point. Then we have Pan's Labyrinth, which I haven't seen. I've always wanted to watch it, and then at one point I decided I thought it looked kind of creepy when I was younger, and then I didn't watch it, and then I don't know what happened, I just never got around to it, I guess. But yeah, I do want to watch Pan's Labyrinth, but for a while, like quite a few years ago, I found it more difficult to watch, or I just wasn't as inclined to watch subtitle films, so I felt like that's why I never got around to that one, but lately it doesn't really bother me now. Reservoir Dogs, I haven't seen, but I watched The Hateful Eight before I watched Pulp Fiction, and then I said, I don't really want to watch any more Quentin Tarantino films, because I did not like The Hateful Eight, and I only Pulp Fiction was kind of okay, but now Pulp Fiction, I like it better, and I really enjoyed Django. I really, really like Django Unchained, but yeah. Whiplash, I have seen. I love Whiplash. I thought it was fantastic. I loved it a lot, so I think about Whiplash still today, and that was 2014. Inglourious Basterds, again, what I said about Reservoir Dogs, they are both Quentin Tarantino, right? I feel like I might have just made, I don't know. I feel like they are. They must be. Well, they not must be. I really don't know now. I'm sure they are. I'm sure I'm right. When I doubt myself, I then get confused, like I say, because I can't see the cover. I feel like maybe sometimes I'm thinking of the wrong film. I don't know. Anyway, we have E.T., which, of course, I've seen E.T. I love E.T. It's fantastic. Might be my favourite Spielberg film. I'm trying to think of all his films now really quick in my head. Maybe. I really do like E.T. Next one got is American Beauty, which I haven't seen. I once started watching American Beauty and I wasn't too interested in it, but it was quite a few years ago. I don't think it was the time for me to watch it. I do want to watch it, but the concept doesn't really intrigue me. But there we go. Forrest Gump, I have of course seen. I love Forrest Gump. I used to really love it and quote it all the time when I was younger. Okay, then we have 62. La La Land from 2017, which is pretty impressive because, well, then again, La La Land, everybody does love La La Land, but it's kind of cool to see a 2017 film on here. I'm not going to put a little mark next to it because I only have, let me think, about 40 minutes left of La La Land, and I will be making a video on why, well, not why I didn't finish it, I don't know, I'll be making a video about it anyway, but I'm just going to leave that one there because I feel like I've pretty much almost watched it, and I will watch it very soon. Donnie Darko, I talked about this one recently in another video, really enjoyed Donnie Darko, great film. LA Confidential, I have not seen, so yeah, that's one, I don't really know what that one's about actually. Then we have Avengers Assemble, which of course I have seen, and I don't know, I don't think I'd put the Avengers in the top 100 greatest movies. I do really like the Avengers though. Obviously I really enjoy the Marvel films, but I don't know, I found some of these ones interesting. Then we have Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, which of course I have seen. And then we have Memento, which I have seen, and I love Memento. I think it's a really, really clever film, really, really great. There was two films I watched on the same day. Oh, it was Memento and The Mechanic. Is that what it's called? The Mechanic, with Christian Bale. And they were both kind of weird, and I thought they were both fantastic, but I feel like no one really talks about them. But either of them. I know they're not the same at all, I just watched them on the same day, one time. And they were both really good, and I just don't, people don't talk about them enough. So yeah, Memento, and I'll put a picture of the other one too, just so you know. Yeah, and then we have Ghostbusters, which of course I have seen. So yeah, it's Ghostbusters. Singing in the Rain, I have also seen. And it's interesting because again, that was, 1952. I saw that one a few years ago. And it was kind of when I started watching films from the 50s and, you know, older films I hadn't watched before. I watched Singing in the Rain, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and, you know, a few others here or there. But yeah, Singing in the Rain I did enjoy. Okay, so I feel like this video is really long. I'm sorry, my camera just said needs to cool, and I was like, oh. And also my voice seems to be disappearing on me a little bit. Lion King, of course I've seen, I love it. It's probably my third favourite Disney classic film. Maybe I don't know. It's very, very good anyway, I love it. Hot Fuzz. I love Hot Fuzz, it's great. I actually think I prefer Shaun of the Dead though, I'm not sure. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz maybe kind of tied really with me, to be honest. Rear Window is my favourite Hitchcock film that I've seen so far, so I love that one. Seven Samurai, I have not seen. I don't think I know what that one is, but that's 1954, so maybe that's why. Mulholland Drive. Oh no. Mulholland. I presume that's what that is, Mulholland Drive. I don't think it's Mulholland Doctor. I don't know. I've never seen Drive. Huh. I'm thinking of that film. Is that not this film? 2001. Anyway, I haven't seen it. But there's that film. Maybe this isn't the film. Maybe this is something different. Maybe this is just... I'll have the picture here. I feel like you guys can know more than me because I've already got the thing there. I don't know. Either way, I haven't seen it. Fargo, I haven't seen. Clockwork Orange, I haven't seen. And I don't know if I will. So Clockwork Orange is one of the films that, again, I'm not too inclined to watch. It's a kind of a classic film that people have seen. And I don't know if it's one that's not for me. We have Toy Story, which of course I've seen. I love Toy Story. It's fantastic. I love it. Old Boy, 2003, I haven't seen. Then we have Captain America Civil War. And again, there's so many Marvel superhero films in this kind of bit here. I kind of felt like it was a bit... I don't know, they just felt a bit different fitting than the others. It was kind of weird, but still, I love Civil War. My favourite of all of them. So yeah, I love Civil War. Spirited Away, I have seen. Not my favourite Ghibli film, but I really enjoy it. It was the first one I saw, actually, though. The Social Network, I didn't enjoy, but I have seen. Some Like It Hot, I haven't seen. And the Marilyn Monroe film. True Romance, I haven't seen. I feel like I don't know what this is either. I'm not sure. If the picture's there, I might recognise it when I Google it and get the picture, and I'm like, oh yeah, but I don't know. Rocky, I have seen. I really like those kind of type of films. Leon, I've seen. I really like Leon as well. I'm really glad to see that was on the list, actually. Another Indiana Jones film, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Of course, again, I've seen that one. Predator, I have not seen. The Exorcist, I feel like I'm going to say I haven't seen it. I've seen bits and clips and bobs of it. I've seen maybe... All in all of the clips I've seen, I've probably seen maybe half an hour, 40 minutes of the film. Not in an order, like in bits of clips. But I haven't seen it, so I'll put no. Shaun of the Dead, again, we just kind of talked about this one when Hot Fuzz came about. I really do like Shaun of the Dead. I think it's very funny. I didn't, however, like The World's End, which was kind of the 3 of the Cornetto trilogy, but yeah. No Country for Old Men, I haven't seen. The Prestige, I haven't seen, but I really want to. The Prestige is one that I really want to see as well. Terminator, again, we've talked about this, I haven't seen it. As I haven't seen Terminator 2 as well. Princess Bride, I have seen. Lost in Translation, I haven't seen. I feel like it's another one that I don't know that I want to watch. I feel like I'm okay not seeing that one in some way. It's just, it doesn't really appeal to me and I'm not sure why. Arrival, I've seen. Okay, this next one I feel like is the most shameful one, almost. Good Will Hunting, I haven't seen it. I don't know why. I really want to watch it. I really, really do. I don't know why I haven't seen it. Titanic, I've seen. Amelie, I have seen. Raging Bull, I haven't seen. I think that's the... Raging Bull. Is it Sylvester Stallone? Still? I'm not sure. Or is it Robert De Niro? I don't know. I'll know when I see the picture, I guess. Stand By Me, I have seen. So the top 5 that I would want to see would be... Let me write here. Jaws. What was the other one? Oh, Heat. Good Will Hunting. I'm just trying to look through now really quick. Which do I want to see? I felt there's loads. I was like, oh yeah, I really want to see that, and now I'll forget. I think maybe Taxi Driver. And probably Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. Those are the 5 that I really want to get to, but whether or not there was another one that I really wanted to see that I forgot. Oh, The Big Lebowski I really wanted to see as well, actually. Casablanca, yeah, there was a bunch, but either way. That was this video. Let me know in the comments below if you made it to this far, how many you have seen, or just a list of a few that you haven't seen that you may be a bit shameful about too. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!